Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co-author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Waqas Khan Pitafi. Waqas is an entrepreneur, investor, and CEO at DevBatch. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Waqas Khan Pitafi. Waqas, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you. Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Yeah, my story actually starts from a very humble beginning. I started from a family with Saraiki background from Multan region in Pakistan, which is considered to be quite backward area as far as education literacy and progress is concerned. But coming from that background, today I am actually running 5 different companies. One of them is DevBatch, which we discussed a little while ago offline. So I started the journey of entrepreneurship around 11 years ago in 2010, May 2010. That's when, I left my last job from, actually, I was terminated from Emirates airline. We all know that at that point of time, there were some issues, financial crunch. And so that is where, the fate happened. I came back. I started this business from one man to today. We are almost 200 plus, family members in this group of businesses. So this is kind of my story.
What are the top 3 mistakes to avoid when it comes to growing your business?
I think the number one should be your goals should be very, very clear. And if you don't have them, then it is very, very difficult because you will go in circles many times. So that's number one. Second is you have to believe in your team, I guess. So if you are not believing or nurturing your team, you will be actually nowhere. And third, obviously, is the service or the product that you are kind of launching. And if you don't have that done correctly, again, then this is going to be a big problem as well. So process, people, and then product.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
I almost went bankrupt in 2018, not very far ago, and the reason at that point of time was that I'll just share the personal part of it rather than the business part, okay? Because I think that's more relevant here. Personal part was that I was trying too many things by looking or getting inspired from the people around me. And every time I used to see somebody doing something good, I would try to do that. But then I figured it out, it's not going to be how it is going to work. I started looking at my own skill set. I started looking at, what I can achieve. I started looking at, what I can do best. Then I started to look at the strengths that I personally had inside me. Once I started looking at that, I think it started turning back. Today, alhamdulillah, we are much more accomplished, much more forward. As I said, running 5 businesses. I used to run 5 businesses, but at that point of time I had to shut 3 down.
What are your top 3 success secrets that others can model from?
I believe 1, 2, and 3, all of them are consistency. So I start with something, and it's a filmy line, but when I make commitment, I don't even listen to myself, and that is even for my own personal health as well. I am a runner. I do a lot of physical workout as well. But once I plan something, even I did almost 500-kilometer running in less than 2 months. Okay, so that was quite a big achievement from nothing, nobody, no support. So I think that is the top secret as far as I am concerned. I might not be the most talented or most gifted guy, but I will make up for that through sheer hard work and consistency. 1% change every day makes 100% change in just 100 days.
What motivates you within?
I think vision, because I feel the purpose of my life is to add value to the people around me. So one of the mission statement that I drafted a long time ago for my business was to be the positive difference, which is to help everybody around me, like, my society, my country, and whole human race, in fact, like, how can I add more value overall? And that is a mission that keeps me going all the time.
What is your company motto?
I just mentioned it is basically to be the positive difference. So, I mean, it's kind of for a tech company, it might be sounding a bit relevant, but I think it is very human to, like, the people who work for us, they should feel at home. They should feel like, happy working for us, and our customers should feel satisfied, safe. Like, I think these are few important things. If we can deliver well, the business and success will follow.
Who is your ideal client?
Our ideal client are basically two types for our consulting business. DevBatch is a software services company. We do staffing, which means developers for hire. So most customers for this kind of model are agencies who are already running shops. They either want to have more capability or have more capacity in, say, like, as a .NET developer or in a full stack developer. So that's one. And second is the enterprise companies, big Fortune 500 companies. We had an opportunity of working with the Fortune 500 companies in US with people like Keurig, people like Staples. And these kind of companies have been our customers, and these are our ideal customers as well.
How do you find your ideal clients?
We have our own sales department, marketing department. They kind of reach out in US as well as from our offshore offices as well. And then the best way I have always found is word of mouth. I mean, if we are doing good, people will always chase you because they will hear good stories from other people around they network with. Okay, so I think that's the most important part of finding the ideal client.
How do you engage your ideal client?
Can you explain that? What do you mean by engage? Like, talk to them?
Yeah.
Our process is very simple. We get on, first of all, like, set up meetings with them, calls with them, like explain what are our strengths, what are the areas we work on. And from there, like the trust level is established, and that's how the business opportunity is matured.
What are your well-defined products and or services?
Two, as I said, staffing is one. Staffing means, like, we have a pool of developers, and people actually hire them for retainer monthly model as well as hourly model. And second is fixed cost projects. For example, if you want to build a blockchain, or you want to launch your own ICO, or you have an IoT product, for example, or you are building a mobile app. Okay, so we are a company which can give you a fixed bid proposal, and if you like that, you can hire us.
Why someone should buy from you?
Because of the factor that we are very, very good in delivery. We have success of working for many industries, as well as, like, we are very quality conscious as well. And we have, like, kind of a hybrid model as well, which means on-site in US as well as in offshore remote places, that allows our customers to get the quality as well as rates which might not be possible for, say, only onshore companies.
How do you crush your competition?
I don't like to crush my competition, but just to compete with them. I think quality and service delivery, I think, is the most important thing, because we are a services company. So our customers should know what they're going to get. They are also kind of nurtured through the process at every step. Clear communication, honest communication as well, like, is the most important thing. Once we do that, customers come in and stick with us forever. Like, they don't want to go anywhere else.
How do you deliver a 5-star client experience?
I think services business is all about customer support and customer service, right? So we focus on doing that. We focus on ensuring that we are having flexible policies as far as our payments are concerned and these kind of things, rates are competitive, our quality is nice, our communication is very effective. We have training programs for our people here. I mentioned one of the mottos that we follow is being the positive difference. That means that we try to train our people, our team members, in responsive communication and honest communication, as well as communicating with responsibility as well. So I think these are the factors which allow us to go to our customers and feel happy about us.
How do you use your sales proposals to close more deals?
Sales proposals, I think, are opportunity not just to solve or give a solution to the problem which has been asked, but also to highlight your experience as well. So competitiveness, your solutioning, and then your own portfolio has to be relevant. For example, in 11 years, we would have done almost maybe say 500 different projects. So I cannot just put the whole or dump the whole across. Has to be very relevant, because if I am talking relevant, it will create opportunities to close more deals.
How do you convert your clients into your brand ambassadors?
As I said, once a customer comes in, is kind of, they are logged in by their own choice. They don't want to go out, and the recipe behind that is honest and clear communication in services business, especially when remote teams are involved, because all the issues actually come with a lot of mixed communication models, right? Where people are not being honest or clear about what they are doing.
I'd just like to add as a follow-up question, just curious, how do you handle angry clients?
Yeah, angry client is, again, somebody once said that no news is a bad news, right? You just need to take the news at the right time to the people. I mean, if the damage has been done, you have to immediately go with the solution as well as the news and the solution together. So if you do that, people will be angry. They might yell at you. They might even threaten to cancel your project. They can do anything about it. But once they will realize this was the best that could have been done in the given circumstances, people become reasonable.
We are about to move into lightning round. That means quick question and quick answer. Are you ready?
I am. Thank you.
What are you grateful for today?
My life, I think I am alive, and it's an opportunity for me to make the dent in this universe.
How do you start your day?
Early, I start at 4 o'clock. I would pray, and after that, I would spend some time in reading. Personal development.
How young are you?
I am 45.
Yeah, so Waqas, you are not 45, you are 18 years old with 27 years experience.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
I think I would like to, as I said, have my part played in this universe. That's what I want to do.
What are your plan to achieve that goal?
My plan for achieving this goal is to keep on showing every day, even if it is raining or it's frosty or it's snowing, anything is happening, I have to show up every day.
How will you feel in case you don't achieve your goal?
It will be disappointing, but definitely if the try has been done, it will definitely be worth trying, going.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
Life will continuously throw challenges, definitely, but you have to be patient with that. Many times situations might not be in your control, but you have to be patient with that.
What is the advice you will give to younger yourself?
Be more ambitious, I guess.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
Yeah, I mean, this is a very interesting question because for that, if I and my significant other is already knowing what is the vision of our mutual life, then it becomes very easy for us to do that.
How do you convince your significant other?
As I said, like, it's not just that point of time, like, you have to convince if the effort has already been done, like, in past, that what needs to be done for achieving something. So vision and goal setting and these kind of discussions are very important part of a
Okay.
good and healthy relationship.
Let me ask the question again. Please, let's just focus on the question. Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
You mean my spouse?
Anyone. It could be even
Okay.
a business partner. It does not matter really.
Yeah. I believe, like, if I have a revenue generating idea, typically I am the one who is making the decision. But if anybody else is involved, anybody else has to come in, like, I'll present the idea in front of the person with its all pros and cons, and then mutually agree on what should be the next way forward.
Why being impactful is important to you?
Impactful is definitely something I think bred in every human being. Like, the desire to be an impactful is
Oh, I think there's a power outage, looks like. Okay. Let's see if he comes back in a minute or so, then we will continue. If not, then we may have to reschedule this one. So let's see. Okay, I lost him. He may come back in a minute or so. Sometime, the power restarts very quickly. Sometimes it takes a lot longer. I'm going to wait. We were almost done, like 2 minutes away, maybe, by finishing this. But that's okay. Life happens. This can happen to any one of us. So here's my question. If this happened to you, you are interviewing someone and your guest is connection lost, what would you do? Okay, it doesn't look like he can't make it. Doesn't look like. Here are the two questions were left. Only two. Who is your living mentor and what's the impact? And the next question I was about to ask him, what do you want to be remembered for? And the last one is, how can we support you? In case you like what you're hearing so far, this is the website devbatch.com, devbatch.com. And you like to connect with our guest, you are welcome to connect with him. My last word is be resilient, stay focused and be resilient, never give up. That's what the guest was saying anyway. So thank you so much, Waqas, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.